Good morning. I want to continue my discussion of the hard things. And on the first day, Ash Wednesday, I was going to discuss Adam and Eve and how they were expelled from the garden of their own consequence. And I'm going to come back to that probably on Sunday, since that day doesn't have a specific character to look at. But today we're going to continue our day 2 of our Lent devotional time, which will eventually be a book, just not ahead of time. But today I had planned to discuss Noah and how he had some difficulties. Noah was doing something that God called him to do that nobody understood. You ever been there? Where everybody looks at you and says, "What are you doing and why are you doing that?" And you're thinking to yourself, the Lord's asked me to do this, and then you have that conversation with God. Lord, why are you making me do this? Because you know everybody is going to think I am absolutely crazy. But that's okay, because you know what? Noah I don't know how he did it. I'm sure that every day he nailed a board and people come by laughing at him that he was talking about something that had never occurred. I'm sure that Noah had his doubts. I mean, it was years in the building. And I'm sure that there were many times that he probably thought, yeah, I have lost it. I've completely lost it. And I don't know how God spoke to Noah. I don't know what that connection was. I know for me, how I feel he speaks to my heart. No, I don't have audible voices talking to me. Not yet, anyway. And I might eventually. But today, no, I don't hear an audible voice. But I do know that how I feel in my heart, and there have been times I've had to make some very hard decisions in life, and I felt like nobody is going to understand this. Everybody's going to think that I've lost it. And yet I knew in my heart it was the right thing to do, even though it was the hard thing to do. So today I want to encourage you, if you find yourself in a Noah situation where you feel like, okay, not one person on this planet is going to believe me. I don't even know if I can get my family to believe me. But if you know in your heart that that's something God is calling you into, even if it's hard, even if you don't understand it, just do it. Be like Noah. Do what he did. Accept the hard thing that's been asked of you. And here's another thing. Noah's ministry, if you were to look at his ministry, you would say it was a complete failure because he preached for years and not one single person outside of his family believed him. Not one. But he preached it anyway. He told them anyway of the impending doom that was coming to them. And so was Noah's ministry a failure? Absolutely not. Because he did the hard thing. He did exactly what God told him to do. And there may be times in your life, especially if you're in ministry, where you feel like nobody's listening. Nobody cares about the burden that I'm bearing, about the ark that I'm building, about the message that I'm trying to get out of what is to come. Nobody's listening. That may be true. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. And when it all boils down to it, at the end of our lives, if we have found grace in the eyes of God, even if we didn't have the multitudes follow us, even if we didn't have those that we tried so desperately to get into the fold, even if they reject him, just remember, if you have found grace, then your life was a complete success because you have done what God has called you to do. I love you all today. Do the hard thing. Stay with God. Do what he asks you to do, even if it seems it's totally crazy. Do it anyway, because God loves you and he sees purpose and he has a plan that none of us are aware of. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts and decisions are probably not the ones we would make on a daily basis, but yet he knows all things, and all things are orchestrating according to his will. Have peace in the fact that the Lord orders your steps. Your steps are ordered by God. Take courage in that. Don't fight against it. If you fight against it, you'll lose. And you have a lot to lose if you lose this. If you lose this battle in life, you're losing everything. Maybe not monetarily, but your soul is everything. So, today, do the hard thing. Trust in God. Be the crazy preacher if he needs you to be. Tell the story if nobody believes you. Just trust in him to get you through the hard things. God bless you.